Watch out! Victory! Look, the bridge is repaired, just as Martin said.
Hold on there. The roads ahead aren't safe. Heavy smoke down there. From the looks of it, there was another battle in the swamp. Azunite Church on one side, Royalists on the other. They're always at it. I was questioned by soldiers down the road. They were Azunites, Jane Cassinda's men, and not a friendly lot.
Have you dealt with the Royalists before?
They don't harass me on the road, so that makes them at least a touch better than Jane's soldiers. I think they're an honorable lot, but I don't see them winning this war. They'll die for a queen who's the last of her line, and barely more than a girl.
Any opinion on the Church soldiers? You seem to have run into them before.
The Church army is the right hand of Jane Cassinda, but these men seemed more mercenary than proper soldier. They may call her a living saint, but any woman who hires Lescanzi must be a little crooked. No offense to you, miss.
Fighting in the swamp doesn't seem like the best place for a battle.
The Royalists are holed up in the Glitterdelve mine to the northwest, and Jane's army marches from the Azunite coast southeast of here. This swamp has the misfortune of being right between the two. This certainly isn't the first time we've had trouble here. Why I still take these routes, I don't know.
Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
I'll stay up here for a while, see if things calm down.
An avalanche? Here. I do not think nature is to blame for this.
By order of Jane Cassinda, none shall pass this. Look, you idiots, they're legionnaires! Get them!
Die and be judged.
They must be with the royalists. Get them!
Those were Jane Cassinder's men. They're hunting for anyone with Legion blood. Probably shouldn't have worn a suit of Legion armor. Dead giveaway. Hang on. You didn't pass a child on the road, did you? Golden hair, piercing eyes?
Not on the road, but we've met.
Well, that's a comfort. Proves I didn't imagine the boy, at least. He said I'd meet others of Legion blood, coming down from the north. But that would mean... Wait. Are you with the Legion? I heard news of a slaughter, dozens killed.
Come with us. We're heading south to reopen the Grand Chapter House.
Plenty of trouble between here and Stonebridge. I'm at your service. Lead on.
Anyone that kills Azanites is a friend of ours. General Devonsey is further on ahead. Just follow the path.
Dead royalists everywhere. and hardly any Azanites at all.
Stand away there. Not so close to the General.
Never mind. I can hardly be called a general, with Her Majesty's army lying dead all around us.
Sorry, Lord Devonsey. Sir.
Forgive the boy. A few months ago he was a royal page. Now he's a soldier. Such are the depths to which we have fallen. I'm surprised to see any travelers on the road, with so many of Jane Cassinda's soldiers about. What?
We were sent by the Legion. We're heading south to reclaim the old chapter house in Stonebridge.
Well said. Best to be open with him. Perhaps he'll return the favor.
The Legion? So the rumors are true. A gathering in the north. The rebirth of the old Legion. That's beside the point, though. I'm afraid you're stuck here with the rest of us. The western road has collapsed and we're surrounded on all sides by impassable swamp.
What about those massive roots? We can walk across them like a road.
Indeed, they'd support our weight, and my cannons and wagons too. But the routes are separated by stretches of water. In order to create a path, we'd have to raise the land between them. Impossible, you might say. But I have a man in my army with power over earth and stone. A scholar called Phineas.
This Phineas can raise a land bridge between the roots? How is that possible?
He's made a study of earth magic. Geomancy. The old magic of the dwarves. It's all very incomplete, but a movement of earth by simple brute force. Yes, I think he could manage that much.
We need to find this scholar Phineas. Where has he gone?
He was among the first to be taken by the damned savages. They fell upon us not long after the battle, and they've been mounting raids and abducting our wounded ever since. First people, that's what the scholars called them. Only Azanai knows what they call themselves. I thought of mounting an attack on their village to rescue Phineas and the others, but my surviving soldiers are too few and too young. If I had your help, though...
Let's try talking to the first people before we do anything rash. Maybe they mistook you for a threat.
Now there's a bit of sense. Makes me happy I'm on our side.
A reasonable theory, but I've met their kind before. Scavengers preying upon the weak and the wounded. They won't negotiate unless you hold a sword to their throats. I'll gather whatever men I can, the ones who can still fight, and we'll meet you there.
I saw you speaking with the General. We must be in dire straits to rely on passers-by. But Lord Devonsey has seen fit to trust you. You already know of the savages in the bog. Beastly lot they are. Some of our best soldiers were captured in their raids. Others have gone missing. We sent scouting parties into the bog. I armed them as...
If your people are raw recruits, they won't survive long in the swamp. Let me look for your missing soldiers.
You surprise me. I can offer you little more than some extra supplies, and my thanks. Look for them to the east, out in the bog. We sent out 2 scouting parties. Hopefully the swamp hasn't claimed them. Devonsey won't permit any more of us to leave camp, so you're the only chance they'll get.
I know that man. Lord Devonsey. I've seen him before, or heard the name.
He commands the Royal Army. You've probably heard his name in news of some battle or other.
Can't just be that. His face is too familiar. Hang on. I've seen him in a portrait. Standing right next to my father. More brown in his hair, and not so much of the silly sideburns, but it was him. There were others in the portrait too. Legionnaires, all of them. We should tell Odo about this, when we see him again. Ugh. Disgusting creatures. I'd sooner kill rats. One more down. Look here. These roots are like a primitive door, or a gate. Heads up!
There are too many. Fall back. Fall back.
Damn natives. You made short work of them. I'm glad we're on the same side. We got split up from the rest of our party in the confusion. We're heading back to camp, but if you find the others, please help them.
There, look. The savages haven't seen us yet, but this is the edge of their village. Phineas and the other prisoners are probably being held on the far side, or maybe in the trees above.
Is this all the soldiers you could gather? I thought we'd have more support.
The others were wounded, or too unproven to be trusted in a close fight. These few are veterans. They've been with me since the Battle of Drakkenberg, or before. They're blooded and fearless to a man.
They have the advantage of numbers.
But we have the advantage of surprise, and their numbers will count for little in that maze of platforms and islands. Once we get to the other side, on open ground, that will be the real test.
Do you have a strategy in mind?
Everything depends upon finding their leader, the chief shaman. If we take him alive, we can negotiate from a position of strength. Damn, they've seen us. We're out of time.
We are Urshamesh. We bow before no outsider. You are not welcome here.
You bring fire and poison to our home. You kill our sacred trees, and you move the crawlers to madness. Now you kill my seed in my village. I come to tell you that you will stop, or Maru-Yatum will send you to the River of Souls.
I didn't come here to fight. We just want our people back.
If you do not come to fight, why dress for war? Your blades were already wet with Urshamesh blood. For years you come and battle here. You kill warriors in metal and Urshamesh warriors. It matters not. Always it is the same. No peace in my village or outside in the damp.
There's only one thing we want, and that's the men you took from us.
And why should I return your warriors? You have killed many of my seed. You have burned the ground and poisoned our waters with your dead.
It was Jane Cassinda who burned your swamp and killed your people, not us. I ordered my army to leave you alone.
You fought in the damp and killed Urshamesh for years. You now speak names unknown to Maru-Yatum to hide the truth. You are all enemies. When our blades pierce your heart, Maru-Yatum will feed your flesh to the crawlers.
Maru's had enough. Let's go after him. Up those roots.
I'll help the savages here. Go on ahead. Find the captain.
Now, Firebringer, prepare yourself for death. These beasts follow my word, and my word only. We are Urshamesh. We bow before no outsider. first whispered within the cog, I will not fight you. Your spirit is stronger. Today, all Urshamesh know the Firebringer's power and give respect. Take your warriors back and walk in peace.
You've been beaten. Don't forget this. We'll defend ourselves again if need be.
None of my warriors will forget. We will not challenge you again. It has always been this way. If the strongest of us cannot kill you, then no Urshamesh will. Take this charm. It is known to the roots and vines that I command, and they will bow before you to let you pass. Walk free amongst my seed, and in peace.
We kill half their tribe, and suddenly we're friends. Stupid system of diplomacy, if you ask me.
We give you this offering, Firebringer. Take it.
I'm glad to be free, but I'm sorry that so many natives had to die. I wish there could have been a less violent solution. The Urshamesh are a fascinating people. It's like they've taken all of our values and turned them on their heads, and then shrunk them. Yes, those babbling heads are more than a little revolting, but the natives have their reasons for that too. I apologize. It's been a trying day and I ramble.
Is it true? Can you get us out of the swamp?
Indeed. I never thought studying old dwarven lore would turn me into such a valuable instrument of war. That certainly wasn't my intention. Lord Devonsey is a good friend. He would not have left me, even if I didn't have my magic. But now that I'm free, I should be able to fashion a bridge of mud and roots. It's a bit larger than anything I've done before, but I'll manage.
You seem a bit taken with the first people. A little odd since they might have killed you.
The Queen has my loyalty first, but I was a scholar before I was a soldier. These villagers are endlessly interesting. They may be savage, but they're not evil. They just want to be left alone. Not so different from most people, really.
What are those talking heads that I've seen around the village?
They're Urshamesh ancestors. It's really quite unusual. For these people, death is the ultimate tragedy. Not in the way that you or I might think, though. For them, a spirit that returns to the River of Souls is forever lost to his clan. A most terrible fate. So when a kinsman dies, they capture his soul. And then place it in his shrunken head. I haven't the foggiest idea how they do it. And those chattering heads, they're a dour bunch.
The sooner we can leave this swamp, the better. Can you raise the land bridge soon?
As soon as we return to the camp, I'm sure we'll be moving out soon.
I must be off. My road takes me to Stonebridge.
Indeed. We are all in your debt. These are troubling times, but your actions remind me of kinder days. Days when the Legion and the Crown served one another. May we meet again.
She doesn't look anything like the first people.
So you're the one who led the attack. Was it worth it? I can only hope that the lives you took were necessary. I came here because I didn't want to serve Azanai through war. Now that you've done your fighting, you might help me tend to its victims. I've been collecting materials from the swamp that I can use as remedies and cures. Will you help me find more?
What are you looking for? Gathering a few roots doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
If only it were that easy. I've no shortage of bog plants, but slug eggs, that's a different story. They have extraordinary healing properties. With all the bloodshed that's taken place here, the villagers have need of such aid.
This isn't the place I'd expect to find an Azanite. How did you get here?
I was once an apprentice alchemist. A promising one, I might add. When my father fell gravely ill, I found that none of my cures would help him. I prayed and prayed, and Azanai saved my father. Since then, I've dedicated my life to his service. Unfortunately, most Azanites seem to think that spilling blood in Jane Cassinder's name is the only true means of worship. I teach the children and help the villagers with my remedies. It's a simple life, but better than fighting in Jane Cassinder's army.
I must be off. I will look for the eggs when I'm in the bog.
Thank you, and be careful out there. The slugs can be rather vicious.
One more down.
Thank Azunai. Now we have a chance. I don't know who you are, but you just walked into a frack's nest of trouble. Good thing Roderick sent you. We wouldn't have survived. You have our thanks. We should be able to make it back to the camp on our own. We'll tell Roderick what happened, but I'm sure he'll want to thank you himself.
Now this should be a challenge. slugs. Careful of their eggs, or they'll attack us all at once. All the arses of all the saints! What is that stench?
You're back. Were you able to find any slug eggs?
I have them here. They aren't the most pleasant things to handle.
Let me lighten your burden then. Truly, stranger, thank you. I never thought an ally of the Royalist army would help me. Let me give you some of my supplies. They'll be of use to you on the road. May Azunai watch over you.
can hardly believe it. All my men have returned, safe and sound. It may not seem like much, but believe me when I say that you've given us hope. Raised the morale of the men. Please, take these supplies. We'll say they fell off the wagon on the way to Glitterdelve. You've more than earned them.
We go our separate ways from here. Pity to see you go. The Queen could use good people like yourselves.
A pity also that my freedom was purchased in blood. The first people were only safeguarding their land. From their point of view,
That's more than enough, Phineas. I'll not hear any ungrateful talk, not in front of our benefactors.
Let him speak his mind. I admire his candor, at least.
Next time I blurt out something heartfelt at an awkward moment, I'll remember you said that.
The boy never lacked for sincerity or nerve, just like his father in that.
How long will it take to raise the land bridge?
Not long. I'll begin straight away.
If our fortune holds, then Jane Cassinda will not have reached Glitterdelve, not yet. We'll march to Queen Rosalind's side as quickly as we can. Perhaps we'll see each other again, before this war is done.
We promised you a road out of the swamp. Follow me.
We are free of the swamp, at last. And look, perhaps that road will take us to Stonebridge.
I thought I might find you here on this road. Did you think you could betray our people and live?
You want revenge? And why is that?
You slaughter us by the score, butcher us like animals, and you dare to ask why? I am Svarbog, son of Zarya the Witch, who died at your hand. You will answer for her death, and for the deaths of all my kin.